Hello everyone, thank you for joining me, Amber Bach, for my Week 3 presentation on temperament types in the workplace and why it is important for management to understand the different types for Dr. Beth Grove's course, MPA 520, Leadership and Management. So just a brief little overview that we've been discussing the past 3 weeks was Kiersey's temperament and the 16 different types broken down into 4 categories. We have the SJs, which are the guardians, the NTs, which are the rationals, the NFs, which are the idealists, and then the SPs, which are the artisans. So I will be discussing 2 of my coworkers, specifically my team manager, who falls under the NF category as an idealist, more specifically a champion, and then also my relief adjuster, which the closest thing I can associate her with is an assistant manager, and she falls under the SJ category as a supervisor. So the example I want to discuss is how they each handle communicating with us when it comes to our files. So my manager, she's very encouraging, very extroverted. She goes around the office every day. Well, when we were in the office prior to all of this, she would go around to each cubicle and say, "Hi, how are you doing?" She's very in touch with feelings. And then my relief adjuster, she is highly organized, structured, dependable, hence why she got the position. Just to explain a little bit about the relief adjuster position, she is one that watches over our files and essentially tells us if we're doing anything wrong or if we can improve upon anything and just make sure that the team is doing well. She also watches over our files while we are out of the office. We do have to take a day off during the regular work week because we work on the weekends. So my specified day off is Thursday. So on Thursdays, she will go into my files, address anything that needs to be addressed, answer any questions if I get any call-ins, and just basically making sure everything is fine-tuned. So if something is wrong with a file or something is seen that can be done more efficiently, my direct team manager, she goes about it by doing it kind of like in a roundabout way, or she tries to address it in an encouraging way. And then my relief adjuster, she will address it by saying, "This is what you did wrong, this is how you need to address it and improve upon it, and this is how we move forward." So she's very direct. So going over the dimensions, as stated in the prior slide, my direct team manager is an idealist and my relief adjuster is a guardian. So they both are cooperative in nature when it comes to the tools they utilize to obtain the goals necessary for the organization. However, the way that they communicate is different. So my manager is abstract in the way she communicates, and my relief adjuster is very concrete, direct, and factual when it comes to the way that she communicates. So with regard to my relationship with both of them, I have a great relationship with my relief adjuster because I am also an ESTJ supervisor, and so she's able to communicate with me effectively because I take things in very concretely and she communicates concretely. So it works great for us. We have a great relationship, which is associated with the leader-member exchange theory. If we both understand each other, we will have a better relationship and will lead to a better work environment. However, my team manager and I don't really, I wouldn't say get along. We don't get along horribly. It's just we don't work as cohesively as we could, because if she does need to talk to me about something, she's very abstract about it, and that does not work with my temperament. So I definitely think it's imperative for leadership to understand the temperament of their subordinates, because if they understand someone's language, their intellect, what motivates them, their interests, orientation, self-image, value, social roles, then they'll be able to adjust accordingly and adjust how they communicate, adjust how they want to get something done, because they understand the other person. It all comes down to communication and understanding the other person. That's what was discussed in the leader membership theory, how there's the in-group and the out-group, because the in-group, essentially, they understand each other, and the out-group is just kind of like an outsider. They do their own thing, they just go to work, go home. And it doesn't necessarily mean they have a bad relationship with their leader, it's just they don't understand each other and they can't work cohesively. So I definitely think temperament has a big role in how an organization performs, and I didn't realize this actually until I took the temperament survey and observed my other coworkers and realized, wow, temperament does play a huge role in how we work together and how we accomplish a common goal. That concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and cannot wait to watch yours.